Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing some Silver
Never
Anna,
stop
the
fighting for
Gamebuster
what you
Chronicles
believe in.
continue. Gamebuster says, so I've been losing quite a lot of support games, and while many losses are due to autopilot, this game wasn't an autopilot. You actually have a win rate of 45% on Anna now. Well, let's try and fix that and get you back above 50%. Okay. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do consider dropping a like down there, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Attackers incoming.
You're set up here, Moira is your support partner, and you have a Orisa Diva tank line. Sure. Time to leave, time to leave. Sorry to hear that, Val.
Go. I'll keep you here.
Okay, so here you are. Let's set our rewind appropriate. You're here, trying to heal. You decide to rotate over here, which I suppose is fine. Such a missed opportunity to review. I hear you, Blue. I hear you.
Go. I'll keep you healed.
I'm gonna go out here. I don't really want to walk up on this because it just becomes harder to get out. Like, if you're gonna heal, you can do it from the boxes over here. That's just fine. This is just fine if you want to heal from here. I don't love this. I think you're just gonna walk closer to this team, and that's not my favorite. I mean, why are we out of shots? Oh, because we did this whole walk across where we couldn't see anyone, we didn't reload during. That's why we're out of shots.
I'll keep you here.
This is what we've talked about before in terms of pre-healing and how you do want to actually do reloads during pre-healing. You don't want to reload at 11 shots left. You don't want to reload at 10 shots left. But you don't want to get down to 6 shots left and not reload when your team is pretty healthy. Like, yeah, maybe your Sim's in the fight right now, but you can't reload her anyways. Like, even this I'd be looking at and going, it's time to hit a reload. The code in freebie is actually a different code. Oh, so Blue can go check out that one if he wants. Nice. Sure, right idea. That was perhaps a little too hopeful. You didn't want to... This is kind of why you didn't want to be here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't want to wake this guy up. I don't trust that my team is going to take him down. I want to use the 5 seconds I've got to leave. I'm not walking close to this guy to be like, guys, we're going to take him down. No, no, no. Your team was retreating. Your team was retreating, and it's a lot easier to retreat while this team is down. Now, maybe your sim is on a different page and it's like, no, we're fighting. But unfortunately, your team back here, retreating. Retreating. Your tanks aren't interested in this fight. You gotta leave. Your tanks are really setting the pace here. You were ready to ban him in your chat? Okay.
You're covered.
Sure.
Watching your back.
I can live with it. There's really no reason not to tuck just a little harder on this box here, but I can live with it. So, oh, you're going high ground. Sure.
I will keep you here.
I don't love high ground. The problem with high ground is you don't get enough influence here. Like, it's not the worst positioning in the world, but you don't get enough influence up in this area by statue. That's kind of why we preferred playing around boxes. Sliding up here isn't amazing. It can sometimes give you a better angle to be like, aha, I hit the nade on the side on a team that got here. But by the time a team gets here, your team is probably backing up, and now you're too accessible to this team, and your retreat path out isn't amazing. Like, I don't want to cut across this. That's why I haven't really liked your positioning this game.
Reality bends to my will.
This will heal you.
Okay. Shoot the echo.
I have your back.
Sure. Well, that's a problem. Time to leave. Time to leave. We lost one. It's time to leave. It's already time to leave because if you guys are going to take this fight, now you've lost two. You're in a situation where you're not going to take the fight up here. If anything, you're going to take the fight on point, or you're going to retreat out to second and then push back in with 5 or 6. But there's no way that you're taking the fight up here, so you already need to be leaving. I don't want you to have a harder retreat later. Oh boy. Did I mention harder retreat? Yeah, and attacking a team, like having a split on a team can make sense where, hey, the opposing team is pushing in here, my team is here, I'm here. This would make sense for some types of heroes, but not really you. You don't want to have to try to heal your team through the other team. That's not really something Anna wants to have to do. Anna takes more of a triangular type position where she's like, I can get my team and get the enemy team. Or a behind her team type position where she can get her team or shoot through her team, which is fine, to shoot at the enemy team. She doesn't really want to have to shoot through the enemy team to get to her team. That's not going to work very well for her. If you're lurking to get a nade off, you're like actually hiding by the other team, and you're just going to run them over with a nade, your team has to actually have strength. You'd actually have to have 6 people. They'd have to like be right here or in places similar to this, and you'd nade them from behind and your team could just run them over. It would really require voice comms, or it would require you seeing that your whole team is ready to aggressively fight, and that's not what happened here. The other team knew that you were here. You were working from here beforehand. You revealed your presence with healing shots, with offensive shots, and you only have 3 people alive on your team right now. So even if you hit a nade, it's not going to work because your team isn't going to wipe out 3 people during your nade or anything like that. Your team isn't going to run into this place where now it's easy for you to heal them. Generally speaking, Orisa's not a good sleep target, but okay.
Will the owner of the black
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
So again, your retreat was too late, and you kind of put yourself in a position where it was always going to be a little hard.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
Sigma present.
You try to remain unbiased and not pocket your group mate? Okay, okay. Yeah, we don't help each other a lot. That's from Becky. Okay. I don't think Becky's in this game unless she's on an account that I don't recognize. But you two do play together, generally. Frequently, at least. Okay, so I know what's over here. I know what's over here. I don't know if there's any opponents over here. Turns out there isn't, but I don't know if there's any opponents over here, and this is a common place for opponents to come through. I would like you to pay a little more attention to this direction, you know. Okay.
The pain.
Sure.
You're powered up.
No,
Get
no,
in there.
no. We don't need more.
The pain is coming.
We've already eliminated 2. We have a coalescence going. We're winning this fight pretty handily. You hit a
You're
nade.
powered up. Get in
Why
there.
do I need to invest another ult into this fight? If they invested an ult, maybe we'd have to. If they got an elimination, maybe we'd invest an ult. But we already have a coalescence going right now. We're winning pretty hard.
With power, such possibilities.
I will keep
But a
you
late
healed.
retreat didn't lose you the game, right? I mean, I didn't say a late retreat lost you the game, no. A late retreat certainly didn't lose you the game, though it might have contributed to you guys not getting a good fight on first, a good recontest fight on first. Obviously, for a late retreat to be a problem, something has to have gone wrong beforehand, but Overwatch is a team game. People did get lost up here and up here. They were playing in a place where you couldn't really influence the fight. You couldn't help them as much as you liked, which is a bit on you. But ultimately, it is on them getting eliminated up here.
Teleporter online. We move swiftly.
Go. I'll
Allow
keep you
me to
here.
repair the damage.
Okay. Again, I'm good with this, but I do want the occasional check over here. I do want the occasional check over there. It's very common as a place for people to show up.
Go. I'll
Allow
keep
me
you
to
here.
repair the damage.
I'm also thinking about hitting a reload here. You're down to 6 ammo again, your team's healthy, no one on your screen really needs healing, nor are there any enemies on your screen. The fight isn't like super serious real yet. I'm pretty good with a reload right now.
Reality set.
Instead, you get shattered, and now you're reloading now, sort of in the middle of the brawl. Ideally, we'd have spent this last shot and then done a nade animation reload cancel, but that's, you know, not really important in Silver.
This is going to hurt.
Sure. Right idea. Close the angle. We wanted to close that angle faster. I'm good.
This is going
I'm
to
even
hurt.
good. And now I want to close the angle. You've dumped all of your ability power. You've dumped your nade. You've dumped your sleep dart. You're about to have to reload. There's a visoring soldier in front of you. Close this angle right now. Right now. Doesn't matter. You don't have to watch to see if you hit your sleep or not. There's nothing you can do until you reload anyway. I don't want to be out here while the soldier's shooting with his visor. Nope. 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 No, Becky isn't in this one. Okay. Not on an alt account. Got it.
I'll be right there.
Gamebuster wanted to play a couple games without you because we almost lost everything we played together. Yeah, one of you is just on tilt or has adopted a bad habit. We'll fix it. Or we'll try to fix it. We'll try to find it.
Thank you.
This will
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. Heal up.
Observe the bear.
cease your resistance.
I see. You're going to live.
Okay.
Not yet.
Get into position. Adapters.
Okay.
I have your back.
Diva.
Yeah. So here you are.
Not yet.
Trying to do healing. Sure. There is an echo above you.
Get into position. Adapt.
There's still an echo above you. I don't necessarily mind you
I have
here,
your
but
back.
we want to have cover. You've lost that. Are we still in this fight, or is our team collapsed? Our team is sort of collapsed. Oh, the Diva's not looking at us. So this is the time that we can easily get the sleep off on her. Yes, it's possible she's baiting you and will still eat the sleep, but probably not. She's not looking at you. This is the time to go for the sleep. Now she is. Too late. And you're just kind of stuck. What you needed to do is step to the left, nade this. You want to put the pillar between you and her, so it's hard for her to eat your nade so that you can heal yourself. Obviously, ideally, your Diva would have come and helped you. Didn't happen. We deal.
Welcome, shopper, to the Nexus experience.
But you self-nading buys more time for your Diva to come help you.
لسه في ناس لازم احميهم.
Okay.
Teleporter online.
Sure. Top left again is fine.
Barrier in place.
It's not amazing as a place. Okay. Sure.
Mother knows best.
You don't need to heal her. What are you doing? Your team has been missing heals for a fair amount of time right here. So you can wait 1 second to nade yourself before you open the angle if you want, but I'm really worried about how your team is doing. I'm not remotely worried about how your diva is doing. Your diva is perfectly fine. What's going on with your team? Well, it turns out your team is dealing with a window, a lamp. They have a coalescence going, but Sigma's still at very low health right now. Like, I'm much more worried about how this fight is going than this, and I kind of want to check on this. Checking on it through a window is a little dangerous, but I kind of want to check on this to see, do I need to get a nano out there? Do I need to, you know, get a clutch heal out there? Much more so than I am in, oh, let me finish healing up Diva. Who's then going to self-destruct? And I would self-nade here. Like, this is gutsy. This is gutsy.
Die, Peter. I need healing.
Sixty seconds remaining.
Healing enhanced. You're covered.
Sure. Beautiful. Let it be. Let it be. Heal your team. Okay.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Little late on that nano. It's doable, but this is a tough fight to turn.
And now.
Cease your resistance.
Nade or leaving. Don't drop. Don't drop. Okay. Not a big deal. Oh, I'm 21 HP. It's not gutsy, it's just you didn't notice. Okay, well, you do have to notice your own health bar. You do. That's an essential skill for everybody. And it's not the most obvious thing in the world in Overwatch. And in Overwatch, unlike other games, you can't, like, move around your health bar to make it more obvious, like down here on your screen or something, which might be nice. But, oh well, we'll continue.
Take your medicine.
Okay.
60 seconds remaining.
Good. They're showing you shots over there. Okay, so as that pin's coming in, you're not going to make it in time, but you hear that pin coming in, you slide over here to think, can I get here? I can't sleep him in time, but can I get a nade off in time if I pre-rotate? That sort of thing. Now you have to sleep him. Yeah. No. No. That nade was too low probability and he's not messing with you anymore. What if I want that nade for something?
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Sure would like that nade to self-heal right now.
Help me. Surrender my will.
30 seconds remaining.
Why do we not like McCree? You're trying and you're missing shots there. I can live with that. These guys are fine. We see McCree's missing health, and we just go, no, I want to shoot Soldier. I don't want to shoot Soldier. I want to heal my McCree. I can heal my McCree safely. Okay. You'd ask for a refund on that nade? Good. Okay, so as soon as this happens... I'm fine with trying to shoot the soldier, but you just took damage, you gotta react to this. You gotta leave, you gotta unscope and leave, nade yourself. You cannot just be like, I'm gonna try again. Nope, there is no try again. You just got hit by a flare from above, and you know she's up there because you just tried to sleep dart her.
Justice reigns from above.
It'll take more than that.
Okay.
Now to
There's some
find
positioning issues we should get into. There's some realizing our own health, not reacting to taking damage stuff, which I'll consider a similar category that we could get into. You know, we're missing some heals that would definitely help. There's some pre-healing reloads that we could talk about. We could talk about perhaps holding that nano for too long, and then another nano that we didn't really get a good use out of we used in a one fight. So there's definitely places we can go from here. The positioning is probably what's screaming to me the most, but let's see how this continues in round 2. And well, okay, we're not going to get multiple extra rounds, but let's see how this continues in round 2.
from a jumped up ape.
You thought it was an enemy Sigma, that's why the sleep went nowhere? Ah, gotta really relearn that object permanence. Round 2 is awful. Okay, okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I will get us home safe. I've seen this. You're going to live.
Do 100% blame the team here? Sure.
Down.
As long as you don't peek with Discorded, I'm good with it. I don't know that I wanted my crosshair here while I was walking across, but okay. Okay, so we're just gonna reset. Reset.
Touch from afar.
You see a sim orb coming to you, get it out of the way. Yeah, generally good advice. Maybe don't stand where halts can pull you in either, because that halt got your nade and it shouldn't have.
Take your medicine.
Sigma present.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Enemies revived.
You look tired.
She's really not an amazing start. Get the health back. Get the health back. No.
I need assistance. Help. I need help.
Your options would either get the health pack and then you're a hardened target, or to just leave. You sort of picked the worst of both worlds. You just waited here. You just waited here. No, either actually leave or get the health pack. If you get the health pack, she's probably going to wall you. But you're not necessarily afraid of her because, hey, does she know your sleep status? You still have your nade if you haven't thrown it on her there. You, like, I don't love it. Leaving was probably the best thing, but standing in the doorway was the worst. Are you going to go Lucio and break this?
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways.
This forward hold is bad. It is. This is not a good forward hold that they're doing. Your team is struggling with it. You can ask one of your teammates to send someone around. Maybe Reaper can TP past. Maybe you can get a Hammond to go past. Maybe you can get a Tracer to go past. Or you can actively yourself go, you know what? We have a Moira already. We don't really need an Ana. I'm going to go Lucio, and I'm going to skate my way past and back cap. Am I actually going to get a tick? Maybe. Am I actually going to get the cap? No. But what it's going to do is it's going to pull this back, and my team at least has a chance there. You could decide, hey, I want to get and use Nano first, but we're only at 57%, and we've used almost half of our time. So I'd probably be willing to drop it and go for it. If you had Nano, whatever, use your Nano, fine, whatever, and then if you get eliminated again, swap and do this Lucio play. But that's one thing that you could do here. And I'm not saying you have to swap to Lucio to break this. You absolutely don't. Yes, there's other things that you can do in terms of, hey, if the team is going to bait here, I can just heal my team forever and hope they win. Or, better, I'm going to wait, and now I'm going to peek over here with a nade, peek over here with a sleep dart, and then scamper away, skedaddle. Like, yeah, you can do those things. That would be Anna's way of breaking this type of thing. You can go, hey, can I break a nade here and get over a Rhine Shield? Can I break a nade here and get over a Rhine Shield? And threaten these things, and that has some value. But honestly, the easiest fix for this for you, if you aren't going to get your team, tell your team how to fix it, is to just go past on Lucio and be like, nah, I'm pulling this team back. Again, that is not one tricking Ana, two tricking Ana Moira, so I totally understand if you don't want to do it. You don't have to do it, but that's the easiest fix. Wait, are you advising me to switch? I think that's the first. I'm not like saying you have to switch. I have no problem with you playing Ana or Ana here, Moira here, whatever. I'm totally fine with it, and I just told you how to break this choke with Ana or Moira. The real way to do it is going to be a combination of either hitting them from the side, hitting above and breaking a nade like that, trying to heal your team forever just to get yourself nano so that you can actually break them with the nano. Those are all going to be valid Ana options, but I'm going to be honest, the Lucio swap is easier. And it's going to be less frustrating than, well, wait until your team stops feeding, or, well, your team should go make swaps. We can't ask your team. I mean, you can ask your team to make swaps, but I think it's better quality advice and coaching to tell you go pick Lucio than to tell you go tell your teammate to pick Tracer or Ball. Sleep it, sleep it, sleep it, and leave.
Get me.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Watching your back.
Sure. You're typing. Save king.
You're going to be okay.
Brutal push if you guys don't break it with someone going behind them. It's too easy for Mei to trap people in here. With blizzards, with ice walls.
Hello. You're covered.
We have the nano now. You were typing guilty? Yeah.
You're powered up.
Good.
Get in there.
Valid. She was boosting into the team. You know you had something resembling a surround on the team. You knew this fight was going to happen. Valid nano. Unfortunate that she then got pinned, but hey, at least it reduced the damage from the pin.
Get me.
Yeah. Drop, drop, drop. Mega. Heal. Good. Heal her now. Get your Mega. Get the Mega. Get the... I don't care. The fight's going on. Moira has better things to do than heal you.
Taking damage.
Heal Moira. With a shot, not your nade. Leave. Leave. You can't leave all the way because time's a problem, but you need to partially leave. Now you have to start thinking about going in. Try to let them in, and now you have to go. You literally just have to walk. You literally have to walk right now. You were trying to wait to bait for this team to go up and hold the choke and not realize you were here so that you could try to run past less people and then maybe hit a sleep dart here. Not that sleeping Orisa is great to try to run to point. Is it going to work? No, but that's what you needed to play for. You were telling them they were doing a good job? Okay, well, you know, if you were serious, that can be helpful. If you were saying it right after they messed up, it's less helpful. Oh, you did. Wow, you made it. Okay. Orisa's not the right target when she's fortified like this. This doesn't really matter. She's just not the right target because you can't hurt her. You can finish off this Zen. That reduces the incoming damage significantly. Wrong target. Yeah. Okay.
Victory.
It's a brutal second round. You weren't wrong. Brutal second round. Again, when it comes to breaking this, you sort of had the right idea of maybe I'll try to break it from over here. Moira can control main, heal people down main, while I control it from over here and try to get in a sleep and they don't break it. That wasn't a terrible idea. It's just rough to do into a Mei who can hold this space and this space pretty well. The reason that this isn't held, though, is it's too easy for Lucio's, Tracers, Hammonds to go around and force these guys back, and then either their team gets split, which makes this easy to push through, or they get back capped on, or they pull everyone back and then the choke is free. Like, that is the solution, and you don't even have to really play Lucio to do that. You can just go, I'm just going to go do this. And this is fortunately one of those things that every role, support, tank, and DPS, have someone who can reasonably go do now. So I would actually be like, that's the easier break here, and I'd probably have recommended that. But we're not looking for, Lucio play. I just wanted to give you that because I want you to know what you can do to make this less painful here. The other thing is what you're doing, again, from the side with the abilities, fine, right idea, even stronger to just not let them hold this choke. Okay, so getting into your Ana play and things that are important, I'm really not a fan of playing from here as Ana, and you did that, and then playing from here as Ana, you really made an engage that didn't make sense either. And then when you played from here as Ana, you kept your sight lines open too much, and you didn't go, hide when you didn't have either abilities and both visors were out. Like, your life preservation, your preservation instinct, your survivability wasn't good enough for being Ana. You need to survive more. This doesn't really help you survive because by the time you can get an offensive ability off, the enemies are on top of you and you don't have a very good retreat. It's not like over here where, hey, if the opposing team is running through here, you go, let me peek this, let me drop a nade in the side of you. Or even if you run at me, I can get out pretty easily. It's not like that. It's not even like over here where you can go, I can shoot you, then I can drop and run. Okay, whatever. Or over here, okay, I'm healing from behind, whatever, that sort of thing. Or even, hey, team is pushing through here, and I'm playing from back here, and then I scoop my way up and drop a nade, and then scoop my way back. That sort of thing. Like, all of these are better. Playing from here, totally, totally fine, but you got to recognize when to close the angle. So, like, I want you to live more. I want you to play with more safety in mind. You might have just gotten too much into a part of this is you're just not tracking your health well enough, which is going to be its own point. But I want you to play in positions that allow you to consistently stay in the game, and I want you to think about how you're going to get out. Is the position that you're in right now still going to be good 3 seconds from now? Like, I want you thinking a little more future-minded for how is this team going to push in? Oh, this team is going to push in this way. This isn't a good place to be, and we knew that this wasn't a good place to be as soon as we lost 1 or 2 people here because, they're going to be able to push in now. I need to rotate out. I need to understand the team status, and I need to rotate to something that's going to be with my team, safer, something that they can't punish. You're just asking to get staggered back here. You're just asking to get eliminated when they have the tac visor going. Like, I really want a little more consciousness of your own life, your own safety, a little more thought of not just good, what's good Ana positioning, but where's the fight going to move to. So you can see it collapsing. I went over this example pretty thoroughly. I really want you to understand that. I really want you to think, wait, I need to not get caught with the opponents between me and my friends. That can't happen. I need to not get caught in these situations where I can't get back to my friends easily. When we talk about Ana angles, Ana could be playing from here, could slide up and hit a nade like this, and then fall back to her old spot and be pretty happy. Like, that's how Ana thinks. Ana does not think in terms of, aha, my team is here, and I'm here for my angle. Well, no, because you can't retreat out of this. You get stuck. Like, that doesn't work. So that's how I want you to think about Ana. I want you to be safer with what you're doing. I want you to think about how you're going to get out, where you're going to retreat to if the fight starts pushing you. That I want. I want more health awareness in general. You had the 21 HP situation. You had just being out here and being like, I can force whatever. You have a few situations where you just sort of forget about your health. So I want you to sort of just work into your habit of while you're playing the game, you check your health more often. You check your health more often. You check your health more often. That's something that I want to happen. Like, this should be something you don't even have to check your health, really. Like, you have to recognize when you take damage and then check your health, and you shouldn't forget about having taken damage. Like, you shouldn't forget about having taken some poke, some spam damage. You should actually check and be aware that you're missing health. That's really more how I'd put that. Like, you don't have to check your health every 3 seconds or anything like that, but when you take damage, you need to recognize that you've taken damage, and you need to update your mental status to I've taken damage, and therefore it cued you to check your health. And remember that you've taken that until you notice that you get healed. And you should notice that you get a Harmony Orb, you get a Moira Orb, you get some Moira Splash on you there. You naded yourself. Those are things that you should notice. So, like, Actually notice when you take damage. So these are both survivability things that I want you working on. Yes, we could hit more shots. Yes, we could do pre-healing, reloads better. Pre-healing reloads are a place that I'd look into you if we were to give you a third topic. I'm not going to give you a third topic because I think the third big takeaway here is understanding how to break this choke, and I don't want to flood you with information. So think about, hey, I don't want the enemy team to separate me from my team. I want to think about, if we're losing the fight, do I need to adjust my position towards more safety? Or even if the opponents are just rotating in, does that mean I need to change my positioning? And then I want you to actively take note when you take damage and remember that you're missing health until something happens. Because that changes how you play, and in some cases changes where you can rotate, changes how you can peek, will cause you to nade yourself when it's back up. You shouldn't forget about, oh, I'm missing health 6 seconds after you took damage just because you didn't have your nade available for the first 6 seconds. You should remember that and be like, oh yeah, now let me nade myself to do that. Like, that is important. So I hope those make sense. I want this more defensive positioning, updating it based on you guys losing people, the enemy's rotating, all that stuff. I want more awareness of when you take damage, and then I would have recommended the Lucio swap here. Not because, like, oh, you have to swap to win, but it makes this a lot easier. If you're not doing that, ask someone, hey, can a Tracer or a Hammond go back cap just to put pressure to pull them back from the choke in chat? Something like that. Future minded, that's a problem for future me. Okay, okay. The pull needed healing. I'm glad you healed it. Yes, Silver Saxophone, he did. He did blossom 20 feet away from Zen. It's Silver. One of the you never know what's going to happen ranks. Oh, you mean GM? No, I'm kidding. I think the opposite is true. You should notice your health and notice that you're not getting healed. Then tell your Lucio, bro, WTF, heal please. Yeah, and that can happen. You can go, hey, I'm missing health, and I notice I'm missing health because I noticed when I took damage and I haven't been healed 3 seconds in 3 seconds, or I haven't been healed immediately, so I press the I need healing button because I want to be able to open the angle immediately to heal people again. Like, yeah, you can press the X button. That's fine. Then you get eliminated. He'll beat while you're in spawn. He'll say, I need heals, support diff. Ah, I see. Is positioning and self-care like that really the most significant issue? So, I mean, if we're not going to talk about keeping people alive through taking supreme amounts of damage, yes. Yes, it is. Like, the reality is this game was going to be a hard game for you because your team just fed here, right? Like, the most significant issue was that we didn't do anything to put pressure back here. That's the most significant issue in this game. It really is. And we talked about that. We did. And we talked about how to fix that. But in terms of if we look at your defense here, well, your team is getting evaporated, and we can just look for a couple seconds here, and your team is getting evaporated. And we can either go, hey, we're going to fix that. That's a missed shot. That doesn't do anything.
60 seconds remaining.
Sure. We can go do stuff here, like put more pressure on them. We can do stuff here, like hit a nade. Like, there's absolutely things that we can do. We can absolutely talk about, hey, this nade makes no sense and you want a refund for it.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Here, we're just sort of opening this while we're discorded, not really taking damage. We're fighting a Pharaoh while we're missing health. Oh, we got healed. We missed shots healing our D.Va there. We don't bother to heal our Kree there. But I don't think you want me to tell you hit more shots, right? Like, I don't think me telling you hit more shots on Ana is really going to be like, ah, yes, this is what I need to know. You know that you need to actively aim on Ana. You know that if you hit more of your shots, you're going to apply more healing. You're going to apply more damage pressure, which is going to require you to do less healing. Like, you know these things. And I want you in stable positions where you can go, okay, I'm safe to hit these shots. I'm not telling you to go position up over here to hit your shots. I want you, yeah, this positioning is actually okay, where you can go, hey, I'm contributing, I can hit my shots, I recognize what my health is so I can heal myself or so I can get someone else to heal me, and then go back to hitting shots. So, like, that's really what we're getting into. I don't want you in risky positions. And yeah, did you sort of just get steamrolled through here? Yeah, you did just get steamrolled through most of your defense, and that's not great. Were there things that went on here? Could you have preloaded better? Could you have hit more shots? Absolutely, and pre-healing is what I'd get into if I went to a next thing, but you know I'm not going to heavily talk about hit more shots here. That's kind of how it works. People wonder why I hate Lucio. Lol. Oh my god, love Temporal. This was going to be a hard game for you because your team just fed here. Oh, and they also just evaporated here. Yeah. Well, if you tell me to hit more shots, I'm sure my aim will suddenly increase drastically. 4, hit more shots, but I'll focus on positioning, personal health. Those are going to help you. Like, I'm not going to claim, oh, you're going to get 2,000 SR out of that, because you're not, but those are going to help you. Like, you guys should have had a chance, or you should have at least created a chance for your team to recontest on second there. You should have not gone down to, remember, you went down to this visor over here on second when your team was still plenty healthy. Your team had mostly gotten out of this fight, mostly gotten away. They might have lost one other person, but it wasn't an issue, this visor over here, until you went down. And then it becomes a basically unwinnable fight for your team. Your team could have recontested, given the card a little distance, and then recontested after the visor was over. But you went down there. That wasn't an issue. Here you went down. Yeah, what should we have done? Well, if you'd realized your health situation, you probably would have adjusted to self-nade yourself faster, and you wouldn't have gone down to that diva as quickly. And if you self-nade and survive, your diva actually has more reaction time available to her to continue to protect you, and you can maybe turn this into a real fight. So, yeah, that is what we're going to talk about. Okay. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. If you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff. And if GameBuster or anyone else has questions, please throw them up in chat. I will be perfectly happy to get into them. Yeah, I'll give you guys just another minute or so there. And I'm not seeing anything there. So we're going to go ahead and call it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Temporal out.